What's good with y'all? You feel me? We back with another one, baby. You feel me? Hope y'all been doing good. Hope y'all been having a real good week. I know it's a lot going on. It's always something crazy going on. So, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully y'all staying out of trouble out there, because it, you know what I'm saying, it could get hectic. You know what I'm saying? But so today we are talking about some updates and some possible new information on the Nipsey Hussle passing. I know most of you guys probably already know that Nipsey Hussle passed, a few years back. You know what I'm saying, and it took the whole West Coast and a lot of people in the world by storm, but mainly the West Coast and the people who rock with him over in LA really took them by storm. You know what I'm saying? So basically his brother Blacc Sam came out recently on the Brother with Big Boy, and he kind of exposed some new information. So we gonna take a look at that, and also we got like Wack100 coming after that and kind of exposing Big U. Big U is kind of like the supposed person that everybody thinks is affiliated, allegedly did something to Nipsey. You know what I'm saying? That was kind of his rival. They claimed that they were cool, but also they were rivals. So hey, a lot of you know what I'm saying, some weird situations going on there. Well, anyway, with that being said, a lot of stuff for us to get into. Before we get into it, make sure y'all drop a like on this one and drop a subscriber. Hey, I appreciate y'all boys for over 100 subscribers, man. I appreciate y'all for 100 subs. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you go drop a sub if you're not already subbed, you know what I'm saying? And drop a like on this video, pushing me out into the algorithm. I do appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, let's get straight into it, y'all. Let's go. All right, so right here we had the Big Boy and the Blacc Sam interview. So I'm only going to try to get a little bit, just the part where he's talking about Nipsey Hussle, because it's actually a hour plus long interview, almost a 2 hour long video. So y'all should definitely go check that out. It's over on Big Boy's channel. So definitely go check that out. You know what I'm saying? It's worth a watch. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into specifically the part where he talks about Nipsey Hussle here. So yeah, let's go ahead and check it out, people.
The public thought it was Nip seen somebody, Eric, and talked, and
I mean, you know, he already got convicted. So for me, without going into too many details, somebody come to the shop. They know when Hussle pull up, we in the doorway. You gonna see me with a hoodie on, and I got a pistol on me. You gonna see one of the team members in the hoodie in the doorway with a pistol. That's protocol when Hussle pull up. So it's Sunday, it's busy. Why the niggas in there didn't follow the protocol? I wasn't there. Why they didn't follow it? Maybe they was fucking around helping the customer, doing some fucking customer service. This is what I'm thinking, trying to transition into some legitimate just selling clothes. But nobody was in the doorway. And from my understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first.
Just to pause it real quick, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's crazy how much Nipsey look like his brother, bro. Like, they look super alike. Crazy, bro. Alright. Not too much, bro. I'm just saying. Had to throw that one out there.
Understanding, old boy walked up with no shirt on first to check the scene, because he know what's going on in that parking lot. And had a conversation, probably seen nobody was in the doorways, checked Hussle had on shorts, checked everybody else, left. They say came back with a red shirt on, tiptoed through the alley, and went right and started shooting. So to me, that's premeditated. Number one, there's no red shirts in the hood. You can't buy no red shirt. No liquor store sell no red shirt. Number two, when a nigga come through the alley with a red shirt, that's the throw off, or the Bloods did it, or the Inglewood families did it, or the BPS. That's the throw off, red shirt. So for me, he felt he was supposed to do a job, or somebody sent him or whatever, and he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. That's my thoughts on it. And can't nobody tell me nothing about that, because it just don't make no sense. It's not random, you know. I know Hussle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hussle. There was no argument. You know, there was no sense of threat. You know, and it's broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, a lot of unanswered questions, man.
Well, anyway, that was the first part of what he said, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically, you know what I'm saying, him kind of getting into the fact that he think that it was kind of organized, that it was a planned assassination basically on his brother's life, and that basically was set up by somebody from the other side. Namely, who he mentioned is Big U, and we're gonna get into that right now. He basically mentioned that he thinks that Big U is the one who organized the whole thing, and he's basically saying that it surrounds a situation that took place between Nipsey basically bringing DJ Khaled into the hood. I think it was Inglewood or whatever, you know, whatever hood that they're from, and he brought him there basically for a music video. And him and Blacc Sam basically both brought him there and basically said, you know, saying you don't have to check in with nobody. You good with us? You can come to the hood, and you good. And basically they're saying Big U and his people had a problem with that because everybody who comes to LA is just part of the politics. Anybody who's been out there that's a big famous person may know, like, if you want to actually come to the hood, you can go other places in LA, but if you want to go to the actual hood and like lock in with the people, whatever, obviously, you know what I'm saying, they might want you to kick back a little bit of something to the streets, you know what I'm saying? So that's basically what happens with DJ Khaled, and then, you know what I'm saying, Nipsey kind of steps in the middle and kind of just basically says, hey, we not gonna let that happen, we not gonna let that fly, and we got him, he good. And you know what I'm saying, basically people didn't like that, and you know what I'm saying? Then they organize this effort. So we're going to get into that before I get too deep in that rabbit hole. But basically, I just wanted to kind of touch on what he said at first, because that's just interesting to think about the fact that, okay, so he first, basically he said is he took the shirt off. He had a shirt on at first. He just assumes that he had a red shirt on at first. He took it off, then came into the shop to peep the scene, because he said that people kind of saw him. He came in, walked around, looked at everybody, didn't buy nothing, which is kind of like peeping the temperature of the scene, right? Then proceeds to dip out, throw on a red shirt, spin back, come back, and does what he does. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he came in to like scope out and see what he could do first. You know what I'm saying? That's just crazy to think about when you start thinking about real street activity. Like this is how cunning, not even cunning. This is just how cutthroat it is. Like people thinking like this. It's crackheads out there that's thinking like this. How they can just get over on you? How can they trick you? Whatever. It's like you got to be real careful, real just on your 10 at all times. You know what I'm saying? And even that's not enough sometimes. So it's just crazy, bro.
Or whatever. And he was nervous. He was supposed to hit that alley with that red shirt immediately, but he didn't do that. He came in and he wanted to check the scene. He wanted to make sure he wasn't getting into a shootout. And
that's interesting.
That's my thoughts on it. You understand? So, and can't nobody tell me nothing about that, because it just don't make no sense. It's not random. You know, I know Hussle. You know, ain't nobody gonna say nothing crazy to Hussle, because they know what come with it. No matter what age you are, niggas ain't saying nothing crazy to Hussle, wherever you find him at. But on Crenshaw and Slauson, definitely you're not saying nothing crazy. You're gonna come, you're gonna tuck your tail and be humble. And if not, you're getting beat up on the spot. And we done did it a million times. Hussle done did it a million times. So the fact that he left tell me everything I need to know. It was no argument, you know. It was no sense of threat. Because with that come, like, hey.
Yeah, and he's saying that, you know, say for those of you who don't know, that was the altercation that was portrayed by the police and the media, that, you know what I'm saying, he went up there and he started an argument. It was because, Nipsey didn't want to help him out or something like that. It was some type of argument that took place. Basically, what his brother is saying that's not true. That's not true at all. No argument took place. This guy was sent by somebody and had on a red shirt to basically throw off the signal. It wouldn't know it's not a blood affiliate. He's not affiliated with the Bloods or nothing. Shit, set him off the trail. Make sure that they think that somebody else did it, and then boom, goes in there, scopes it out, then comes back and does what he does. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's saying really happened.
Be on deck. It was none of that. It was just, you know, to me it was, let me come through, let me see what's going on, and then let me, you know, in this broad daylight, man, and it's, you know, it's a lot of unanswered questions, man.
You don't believe he had any dialogue with Nip that day, or did anybody say he said something?
Yeah, no, they had dialogue, but it was in the mix of him coming up, talking to bro, and, you know, whatever transpired, it wasn't an aggressive dialogue. It was just maybe small talk, and then maybe people saying Nip brought some. Okay, he may have, but it wasn't to me that don't, whatever the dialogue was, that didn't justify, or that didn't turn into that. You know what I'm saying? He came there for a reason, and May got the reverses. I mean, he got the charges reversed, because Hussle asked him something about it and humbled him real quick, but I think, it's gonna come to the light.
Did you know Eric Holder before?
Yeah, we probably seen him a couple times when he was younger. He had
like passed away automatically. Big U did it, or had something to do it, or did this. So he FaceTimed me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone, and I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got, or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And that's what fucked me up, because my cousin is Nipsey baby mama. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, I could have probably stopped it. I thought Big U gave wrong information. 30 minutes later, the homies blowing me up like they just killed me.
So basically what you just heard was like one of the homies and one of the affiliates basically get a call. He recounting the story, so how he gets a call about the death of Nipsey Hussle, right? And he goes to call him. He's like, there's no way. He goes to call him, and Nipsey answers the phone, and he's talking normal. And he's, you know what I'm saying? He's talking to him normal. Literally moments later, Nipsey actually dies. So that's why, people started really putting together the pieces as well as what Blacc Sam was saying. They really started to, start piecing together that the original story really don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? There's so much kind of clues that are being dropped that some people knew beforehand that this was about to take place, that multiple people knew beforehand that this is about to take place. Okay, now, so what we're going to get into is a little bit of Wack100 basically talking about everything that happened with the whole Nipsey situation, Nipsey and Big U and their relationship, and then what happened with, as far as the reason that there was an altercation. And it seems like, I don't know if you guys have been around. If you've been on the scene and you tapped in for a minute, you've basically seen Wack100, kind of trying to break the story without trying to talk too much about it. And you know what I'm saying? That's why you kind of got to be careful, especially in them LA streets when it comes to talking on the phone, because somebody going to be recording you. Because that's what you got to listen to right now, a phone call. But yeah, man, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like he been kind of trying to break this story. I've been hearing him talk about it here and there, but without saying too much. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like a lot of people knew about what really happened. It's just now that the story is really breaking to the public. But all right, let's get into what Wack100 had to say about it.
Through us got Nip positioned in a way, but he might have did 10-15% of the work, utilizing us. Nip to walk down the streets, walk down Sunset at 2-3 o'clock in the morning, putting his life on the line, and all the shit you heard Sam then was doing, selling t-shirts off the car. You never heard dude had any involvement in none of that. So it was like a nigga then did it all, the nigga come leech off something because he felt like he on some shit. You know what I mean? But this nigga is smarter than the other nigga. Utilize the nigga, give him what he worked for, but then when the nigga wanna control it all, he wouldn't let him. And then shit got weird. You don't shut your nigga down when you got a nigga like DJ Khaled at that time coming to the block that can put you on one of them songs on his album. You don't do that shit, bro. You don't go around like that. So to do that is to kind of discredit you. You know what I'm saying? It's trying
definitely disrespect.
Like, nigga, you need to with me, not him. But he didn't realize there's never was a need with him. The need to him was through niggas like us. You know what I'm saying? Because we gave him that life. We made him seem like he was bigger than what he was in this game. So, here you had it.
Hey, Unc, it's crazy because I gave niggas the play-by-play.
Break it down, and you know what I'm saying, for those who didn't just understand what he just said, you know what I'm saying? Put it in layman's terms, basically Big U had some type of animosity that, you know what I'm saying, Nipsey was kind of like starting to get some play. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Wack100 is saying Nipsey was up 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, hustling his ass off, selling t-shirts, selling CDs, going crazy. Him and Blacc Sam going crazy, hitting the streets, doing a lot of work, doing a lot of the footwork that it takes to make it inside this record, especially in LA, which is a whole different type of scene. he was putting in the groundwork to do all those things, and Big U was not doing those things. But then when he started to see Nipsey take off, and since they are, you know, roughly around the same a level of stature, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe even Big U had a little bit more of an OG status than Nipsey at the time. Yeah, he felt like he could kind of impede on that. He felt like he could just come through and just like kind of leech off of him. And they supposedly they had some type of agreement or whatever, but they had a falling out or something right around the time that or, you know what I'm saying, or they kind of try to start distancing themselves from him right around the time where he started making all the industry connections and tapping in with DJ Khaled and everything. So yeah, it, you know, he might have felt the way about that. He might have felt that he got slighted, and he's doing all these big, huge events, coming back to the hood, giving back to the hood, doing all these big, crazy events, putting on for his people. And yeah, you know what I'm saying, you got Big U over in the corner who like really, you know what I'm saying, he feel like he got soldiers, he tapped in and shit. He might feel some type of way about that. He might feel like, oh, you know what I'm saying, who we think he is running in my hood, you know what I'm saying, who we think he is doing all this, thinking he bigger and badder just because he got some money when I was really on this shit before him or something, you know what I'm saying. So people might feel all types of animosity or whatever for the other, for people, especially when you come from the same city. People really have this like crab in the bucket and whatever the saying is, crab in the bucket mentality, where everybody just like really doesn't want to see you shine. People don't want to see you win. They don't want to like uplift you. And that's half of the reason people end up getting slighted or left behind or whatever, because, you know what I'm saying, it's all this side hate, you know what I'm saying. People hate on each other, even though y'all supposed to be brothers or supposed to be next to each other. Y'all sitting there hate on each other, you know what I'm saying.
He's a liar, the snake. Why in the fuck 30-something days after Nipsey's in the ground, you hitting this Paru about who you say is your little brother, about attacking his estate from across the street? Wack, I'm gonna give it to you, you go do it. No, that's his wife and kids. I'm not fucking with it. Why didn't you address him when he was alive? You was with him. Why didn't you say, hey, homie, what's up with my 30%? Why did you act like it was all cool? Yo, whoa, everything is cool. But as soon as he died, you reaching out to me about attacking his estate. The contents in my phone, dated. The date he died, you see the date he sent it, with all details of what he wanted me to do. Signature line, Steve Lobel, Eugene Henley, Nipsey's information, the contract, where is it tell he want to attack, all that. Listen, bro, he's a piece of shit. And he better stop those that know him.
See, now that right there, that's an old interview. That's an old interview with Wack100 from like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? This is not a more of like a recent interview or whatever. So like I said, he's been trying to talk about this for a while. He's been kind of trying to break this story. I just like feel like, you know what I'm saying, certain people was listening, they weren't listening or whatever. But yeah, he's been kind of trying to leave the breadcrumb trail about Big U kind of being responsible for the Nipsey situation for a while. Like basically since it happened, he been trying to talk about it, because, you know what I'm saying, he's kind of locked in with all of these people.
Bozo came on the app, and I don't know, I might have sent Chuck, I don't know who I sent the nigga, asked a couple questions, and they outright heard the nigga lying and stuttered and stuff. Niggas, they just act like they don't hear it. It goes like they didn't hear that. They didn't.
Right. They by me, right?
Yeah,
when I told niggas to play by play, what happened? Because remember when me and you started talking, and then I told you, I said I talked to Blacc Sam, and Blacc Sam said y'all gave me the courage to speak out. Dead homies, I told you this months ago.
You told me that months ago. You said I talked to Blacc Sam, and y'all niggas is giving me the courage to speak out, to say something, talk about it. That's a fact.
Sam and Rand Paul, dead homies.
Kev Mack, that's Cowboy, he ran. That's the niggas that you heard, like the niggas is supposed to be at the door, burning up. Kev Mack died, he said, nah.
And Cowboy ran like a Sam and Rand Paul, dead homies.
Kev Mack, that's Cowboy, he ran. That's the niggas that you heard, like the niggas is supposed to be at the door, burning up with the hoodies. Where they was at, all them niggas ran.
Okay, so that's Cowboy. I don't know if you guys know who that is. You tapped into the LA scene, you know who that is. But you know what I'm saying, he's basically one of the bigger names as far as like LA Crips. You know what I'm saying? At least he was at a time or whatever. But yeah, I think he in jail now. Yeah, I guess he ended up running that day.
Guess who they hanging out with now? Big U.
But you gotta even look at the way that Blacc Sam coordinated that shit.
That shit crazy.
Right before he explained that he felt like it was a hit, basically, he told you who Nipsey basically had a problem with right before that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit wild how he laid that shit out, bro. I hope niggas caught that shit.
Yeah, but when I said it, when Wack was saying it, niggas justified us.
That's what I was saying. Like, it was like a couple years ago. Like basically when it really first happened, it was a couple dudes, including Wack100, who was trying to break this story and really trying to tell people what happened. And people was on him trying to tell him, "Oh, you're crazy. You just dragging it. You creating drama." Nah, bro.
Hey, bro, my daughter
so serious.
That nigga stood at my house, my nigga. He drove an hour to my house, came in my backyard of my game room. One of my homeboys that's a baby gangster, very reputable nigga, and looked me in my eye and said, "Yo, Nipsey a rat." The nigga told on Domer, told the police if anything happened to me, he did it. He said, "Wack, listen, that footage need to come out, right? His wife ain't cooperating, so I'm gonna make his baby mama the first lady of this shit, and I'm gonna manage her. This gonna show the nip with the baby mama. Let that go, and then you gonna show that you brought me out of my contract, and you gonna sue the state at 30%. I looked at the nigga and told him, no, I ain't doing none of that. That's when friction started, and Loose Cannon is right here to speak on it. And about a couple weeks after that, Big U tried to start a fake argument behind the studio that we own, right? He tried to start a fake argument with him because I denied him doing any of that. I denied him. Nah, I'm not doing that, bro. Nigga got kids. Oh, nigga was, bro, you was just with the nigga. Why you didn't get at him about that 30% when he was alive? I'm not finna let y'all know how to even got involved in the conversation. When that didn't work, he jumps on the phone with Suge. Suge already just brought him because I'm on his bumper. And they come up with a plan, or some weird-ass plan, because he always, for some reason, looked up to Suge. He looked up to Suge. Even though Suge used to violate and disrespect him on my phone, he didn't hurt it. He still looked up to the nigga. And that's when they tried to do the move with the label out there with Allen Grumblack. And it got back to me. It got so bad, right, to where the nigga tried, because he knew Loose was close to me, right, through him. He tried to reach the Loose Ghost to do a job. Loose turned it down. And one of the mans pulled Loose to the side. That nigga just hating on Wack. Everything he just told you is a lie. He just hating on it.
Yeah, homies. Everything, and that's facts.
Yeah, he tried to, Ghost, he tried to, you know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna do it himself. He ain't that type of dude. That ain't what he do. He know between me and him. No. I come from foot soldier on up. No, he was a nigga getting told with the two back in them times and days. Niggas gave him his name when it came to this industry, and it catapulted to some shit bigger than really what it really is.
But when I said that he had friction, he was mad at Nipsey. Oh, that's my brother. That's my little brother. No, it wasn't, nigga. You was always trying to backdoor that nigga. And then when I spoke about it, when me and Wack was speaking about it, everybody was like, oh no, these niggas lied. And now what niggas gonna say now? Because now Blacc Sam said it.
And niggas can't say shit now, bro. Even the niggas that don't like you and Wack, right? They can't deny the shit now, bro. The shit coming out of Nipsey brother mouth, bro. Nipsey brother is saying the same shit y'all niggas been saying forever, bro. You can't deny this shit now, bro. Regardless of how you might feel about one side or the other side, bro. Both of these sides are saying the same shit, bro.
Yeah, so.
And I ain't never talked to Blacc Sam a day in my life.
But when I talked to Blacc Sam, I called Wack. When I called Wack or whatever,
he had been listening, I guess. He had been watching the movie.
Yeah, he said, listen, y'all gave me the courage to speak out or whatever like that. He said, I appreciate that. He said, I love you for life. And I said, I love you too, King.
That shit was a hit, bro.
Bro, I told y'all, even when we put out the phone call with me and my...
Did you ever see them text messages I put up dated 30-something days after Nipsey got killed, nigga? This nigga sending me the contracts to go after his fate. Go, did you ever see them
That's
shits I put up?
crazy.
Yeah, I seen the contracts. I seen it. I seen
Bro,
the text message and shit.
You see what he telling me? I also got, he telling me. Niggas ignore it.
Well, what about when he sent the cease and desist to me and the network? Then he sent the no jumper. He didn't want no evidence because he knew Blacc Sam was gonna come out and say something.
Bro, I'm never sending a cease and desist if it don't exist.
Period.
There's no need for me to send a cease and desist. If I know it don't exist.
But that's facts. Now, when we said it, now we looking crazy. Now what everybody gonna say?
And he couldn't stand that because at the end of the day, it was nothing he could do. It's nothing he was doing for me that he could take and shut down that could get me to do what he wanted me to do for him. You understand what I'm saying? He can't. Do the math, nigga. He can't, and that was the problem. Luce had to get me to open my eyes. A few OGs from 6, so I've been comrades with way before Big U and said, Wack, the more you do for him, the more doors you open up for him, the more he gonna be envious of you. I said, what you mean? He said, Wack, you from Pacoima, he from 6, so he felt like he's supposed to have your spot. I said, what the f we from got to do with who niggas is in business? He said, bro, that's just the way he gonna see it. The more you do for him that he can't do for himself, the more, nigga, you gonna have to watch it.
Listen, and this is facts. Wack called the nigga.
That's crazy. That's all I was talking about. That crab in the bucket mentality that people have, man. You really gotta watch the people around you, the people from your neighborhood. You really can't even tell people that in your neighborhood what you doing, the activities you get. Like, my pops put me under that a while ago, like a long time ago. Like, just don't be telling motherfuckers what you own or what you got going, or you know what I'm saying. Yeah, in Nipsey Hussle situation is different because like it's nothing people could do to stop people from seeing it. But hey, if you got something going on for yourself, just keep it to yourself till like you make it out of your hood, bro. Because ain't no point, bro.
Wack pulled his card, and Big U didn't respond. Gave to Big U, so Big U felt like I'm by myself. You get what I'm saying? Because I wasn't gonna be in it because I know these niggas get into it and then they be brothers to next week. You get what I'm saying? But I just knew Wack pulled his card and Big U didn't respond properly.
So you gotta remember, Luce, the side of him y'all don't see, I see on my couch. The side of y'all did see where y'all thought it was him was really being empowered by me by the time he got back to y'all. Yeah. He'll pop up on 59th and Crenshaw with a bunch of gifts, right? But the whole time it's looking like this him, but in his head, he know where them gifts come from, right? Mm-hmm. So he knows what the capability is. He know what that is, right? So you know, Luce, when you know a few niggas, you know that niggas look a certain way, and you be like, come on, my nigga, you just watch me go kick this nigga. You watch me take care of this nigga. You watch me go over that to pay this nigga rent. You know what it is. So that's what it be. I tell niggas, ghost, I lose the popularity vote, but when it come down to the originality and the credibility vote, a nigga can't fight me on it at all.
No, because how many times you got his house out of mortgage? How many times you came to his house and dropped off bags to save his house?
That nigga, I ain't never seen him this low on the totem pole.
Well, anyway, that's everything that Wack100 said about the situation on that phone call. At least that's most of it. You know what I'm saying? You can go and like try to listen to the whole thing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? He talks a little bit more about like the backstory behind the beef between Nipsey and Big U. Apparently there was some type of altercation where I think like one of Nipsey's homies or whatever, I don't know, they get into some type of verbal altercation over a woman basically, and Nipsey ended up saying like the guy was coming at Nipsey, and basically Nipsey ended up saying like, oh yeah, I ain't trying to fight bro right now. And then his homie said, oh yeah, I'll fight him, and he goes like to beat him up. He beats the mess out of him or whatever, and then like weeks later or whatever, the dude ends up dead. You know what I'm saying? It's just like crazy back and forth. But then apparently they had mended things and they were cool on speaking terms, doing business together. And then this situation happened. So it's just a lot of messy things happening. And this is basically a conspiracy that's happening with this whole murder when it comes to Nipsey Hussle. So yeah, there's a lot of new information, kind of some old information that we already knew being confirmed. So yeah, man, that's some interesting stuff right there. Like, definitely didn't know a lot of stuff that came out about that. So hey, and some things I did know, is good to have it confirmed finally, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think it's looking more and more like, you know what I'm saying, this was a planned attack, a planned assassination, you know what I'm saying, over envious circumstances, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it could have been this, could have been other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, in LA, you can have a lot of enemies. That's the crazy part about it. Like, you can have a lot of enemies. You can have enemies on your own side, enemies on the opposite side. You can have a lot of enemies, and you don't know why somebody want to set you up, but it's a lot of people that want to set you up. You feel me? But anyway, I hope y'all freaking enjoyed this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it in the comments, for real. Like, let me know what you think about this situation. Do you think it was a setup? Do you think it was a planned hit, planned assassination? Do you think it was just like a circumstantial thing from just that Eric Holder, the person who shot him? Do you think that he was just envious himself and that he had a problem with Nipsey because of what was going on? Do you think that he got sent by somebody else, you know, to go take care of that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he came with the red shirt on, and you know, kind of trying to imply that he was from somewhere else. Like, he tried to try to pull the okey doke on him, but it didn't really work. You know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, and if y'all like this one, make sure you drop a like on this one right now. Don't you leave without dropping a like. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all for coming through, tuning in with your boy. If you want to see all about the Mr. B situation and the Ava Chris Tyson getting exposed, click that video. All right, peace out, guys. Have a good one. I'll see y'all in the next one. We out. Yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah.